spiders, heights, public speaking, that one weird clown from your childhood birthday party. We all have fears, right? But what if I told you the best way to stop being afraid is to face the thing that terrifies you the most? Exposure therapy, the science-backed method that rewires your brain and helps you stop panicking over things that probably won't kill you. Today, we're talking about exposure therapy, a psychological treatment that helps people overcome their fears by gradually and systematically exposing them to the thing that terrifies them. Expose, rewire, overcome. But don't worry, it's not just throwing someone into a room full of their worst nightmare. No one's getting locked in a cage with spiders today, at least not on purpose. Instead, exposure therapy is carefully structured so that you confront your fears in a safe and controlled way. Think of it like building up a tolerance. Step by step, your brain learns, hey, maybe this isn't so bad after all. So, why does exposure therapy actually work? It all comes down to how our brain handles fear. Your brain learns to fear something because of a bad experience, or sometimes for no reason at all. A kid gets chased by a goose and now they panic every time they see birds. Here's the problem. Avoiding what scares you actually strengthens your fear. The more you run away, the more your brain believes, yep, this thing must be really dangerous. By exposing yourself to the fear in a safe way, your brain slowly starts to realize, oh wait, I survived. Maybe this isn't so scary after all. Someone scared of dogs first watches a dog from a distance, then pets a puppy, then finally plays fetch with a golden retriever. And just like that, the fear loses its power over you. Okay, so now you're thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do exposure therapy? Good news. There are 3 main techniques psychologists use, and I'm about to break them down for you. Systematic desensitization. Slow and steady wins the race. This is a slow, gradual process where you start small and work your way up. Someone with a fear of public speaking might start by practicing speeches alone, then with a friend, then in front of a small group, and eventually, in front of an audience. Flooding. Flooding is the fast and intense way to overcome fear. Instead of baby steps, you go straight to the scariest version of your fear, but under controlled conditions. Someone afraid of heights might be taken straight to the top of a tall building to face their fear head-on. If you're afraid of swimming, this is the equivalent of someone tossing you into the deep end and yelling, good luck. Virtual reality exposure, the high-tech approach. Afraid of flying but don't want to book an actual plane ticket? Virtual reality exposure therapy lets you experience your fear in a simulated but completely safe environment. Who can benefit from exposure therapy? Exposure therapy is used to treat a lot of fears and anxieties, including phobias, spiders, heights, clowns, whatever keeps you up at night. Social anxiety, fear of talking to people, meeting new friends, public speaking. PTSD, trauma survivors use exposure therapy in a safe way to heal. OCD, obsessive-compulsive disorder, helps reduce compulsions by facing anxiety triggers. Myths about exposure therapy. Myth, you just throw people into their worst fears immediately. Nope, it's done gradually and safely. Myth, exposure therapy is only for extreme fears. Actually, it helps with small fears too, like fear of texting first. Myth, once you complete exposure therapy, your fear is gone forever. Fears can come back, but your brain now knows how to handle them better. All right, let's sum it up. Exposure therapy works by retraining your brain to stop fearing things irrationally. It can be done gradually, desensitization, all at once, flooding, or with VR technology. It's used to treat phobias, anxiety, PTSD, and OCD. What's one fear you would want to overcome? Drop it in the comments. And if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs this. Mind Detox, an initiative by UDRC. Let's talk about mental health because mental health matters.